Oh man, work continues today.
Your brothers want to bunch in a little bit more? Shalom will come in. You all right?
Oh, I thought you was moving over there.
Cause I'm gonna swing the camera.
We live. We lit right now. We lit. We lit.
You reap what you sow. Yeah, we in there. It is.
You said what?
We lit.
Just bring out the scripture and read what you sow. Galatians.
Alright.
Somebody bring out Galatians.
Yeah, I got it. Alright, brothers here gathered again for the weekly gathering, you know, and as you see, the title of the lesson is Ye Shall Reap What You Sow, you know, and obviously it's geared toward these Edomites, you know, the so-called white man, because this devil sowed nothing but wickedness, you know, and atrocity, you know, and murder, so in turn he shall reap the same, right? So the first scripture I got here is the book of Galatians, chapter 6, I'm going to start at verse 7. It says, Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth.
Yo, we back. We back on the same joint. Shit, boy.
You say yeah?
Yeah, we back on, yo.
Not look like.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I just resumed it.
Alright, Shalom Israel. We'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Rakakadash. The one is the apostle of the great millstone, and Shalom to make out there, doing this work of faith and labor, love, true sincerity. You know, GMS Soldiers of Faith from New Jersey, you know, coming through with the weekly sit down. You know, Lord willing, this segment is edifying. It was the topic again.
You reap what you shall sow.
Yeah, you read what you shall sow, huh?
Yeah, I just want to make mention, the brother from GMS, CDMX, he said, Shalom, brothers, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Barakathum. He said he from GMX, Mexico City. Mexico City in the house, yo.
Shalom.
Man.
Beautiful. But yeah, so we're going into the topic, you shall reap what you sow. And you obviously know what that goes into, you know what I'm saying? Everything what Esau has done, you know what I'm saying, is going to come upon his head, you know, that much many times more. As a matter of fact, we said in Revelations, we got 18, Revelation 18, you double unto her.
Oh, yeah, come on. This is Revelation chapter 18, verse 6. It says, Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works.
Hey, so, you know, that's self-explanatory, man. You know what I'm saying? And how people be saying, you know, like putting certain negative energy in the air we was talking about earlier, you know, certain rappers and different things like that. But, hey, what you put out there, you're going to get back. We trying to sow the seed of righteousness, you know, within the minds of the hopeful elect. So, Lord willing, that's what we're going to get in return. And the Lord also said, give me that, what's that, Matthew's, what's that, 10? Read the reward of a prophet, receive a prophet 10 and like 30 something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, get that real quick. You know what I'm saying? But Esau, what? He sold nothing but the seeds of wickedness. Everything in which he's done has nothing been but destroy, deteriorate the earth. This is why the earth is coming to this state in which it's in now. Of course, we know from you know, Adam and Eve, but then who did the Most High use to bring this earth to this deteriorated state in which it's in now? He used Esau to do that, man. Everything, the air is being destroyed. You can't even breathe proper clean air anymore. You know what I'm saying? Can't even eat no type of clean foods. The earth is not getting its proper land status so that it can have its rest. So you have nothing but chaos with the earth. Therefore, that creates chaos within the beings that are upon the earth and supposed to be reaping the benefits from the soil of the earth, man. You know? So we see that on many different levels, and everything which Esau has done by lying to the different nations, bombing different nations, causing nothing but confusions and got these other nations drinking their wine, man, drinking their philosophies that they are sowing into the earth, man. And it's causing nothing but utter chaos in the kingdom. It's going to be nothing but peace, calm, and order how it's supposed to be, man. And how the apostles always say, well, we had to come through this side to learn wickedness in order to learn righteousness, man. So that's what we're going through now. So somebody give me that in the Matthews?
This is Matthew 10:41. He that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward.
Hey, so what? That's a person that's out there that's putting out that positive energy by receiving us as men of the Lord. You know, those that may not be actually out there teaching, or certain, women out there and certain men out there that come in at the last hour. They're going to receive the reward of a prophet, man. Just for believing or showing some faith within those men that the Lord Yahweh Shah is dealing with those men. And hopefully that's us, man. You know what I'm saying? So with everything, for an action, there's a reaction. You know what I'm saying? And it's cause and effect properties to everything within the world, because the Lord created that balance. Somebody give me Sirach, said 30, 33, and 15 real quick.
And if I can add right quick, because it only makes sense. Here it is, the elect is going to receive the kingdom, i.e. the world, because they was with Yahweh sowing the world. You know what I'm saying? So what? The elect is going to reap what they sowed initially anyway.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? Which is the earth.
Yeah.
Sirach chapter 33, verse 15 says, so look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against another.
Right, so you always got to have those duality factors within the earth. We are the poor, we are the lowly, we are the humble, we are the meek. You know what I'm saying? We are the righteous. Esau is the wicked, the deprived, the insane. You know what I'm saying? The disgusting, the low among the heathen. You know what I'm saying? You always got those different factors, and what he can only sow. What's that in Job? Was it Job 14:4, something like that? Something on too much. Or know what I'm thinking about? Nah, stop it. I lost my train of thought. But where you can't bring yeah. You got it?
Yeah, Job chapter 14, verse 4 says, who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one.
Exactly. So that clearly show you if Esau is reigning in wickedness, that's how he established his kingdom. What can he bring forth right, man? Also, hey, give me Lamentations 4:17.
Oh, come on,
You got that on deck too? Yeah. Hey, this all spirit right here, man. You gotta bring that up.
Lamentations chapter 4, verse 17 says, as for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
Right, so Esau set up this kingdom in wickedness. So how can our people look unto him for a solution to bring something right out of it? We just read Job 14:4, who can bring a clean thing out of a clean? Nothing. No one can do that, man. That's why the Lord set us up, you know what I'm saying? Because we are those righteous men who he set from the foundations of the earth. Only through his power and through him bestowing his power upon us can this earth be right again, man. Nothing ever good is going to come out of Esau being and ruling, him having control of this earth, man. And we can see that from the time that they've been ruling, from the Greeks, the Romans, you know what I'm saying, from the times of America's inception until now. Nothing ever good will come out of America, man, period. Except for us, you know what I'm saying, reigning in supreme righteousness through the Most High waking us up, man,
Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. And that's what it's about. Because why? This devil ultimately has been deceived. Because why? Pursuing to what's that? Psalms, the 50th chapter, this Edomite thought that the Heavenly Father was all together with him in the decisions he was making as far as destroying the nation of Israel. And the main reason why he thought in that fashion was because the Lord didn't chastise him yet. Not laying to account that the Lord, forbeareth, and he wait to punish the wicked. So it says, be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. How did this Edomite gain America? Rape, robbery, and murder. You know, not to mention he lied. You know, here it is, he built 750 peace treaties with the North American Indians, and he broke every single one of them. Not only that, you know, the Gadites pretty much taught this devil how to live upon the land, used it for his benefit, then he slaughtered them. You know, here it is, he took the pregnant women, you know, flipped them upside down, ripped open the belly of that pregnant woman, snatched the baby out, and stomped on the infant. You know what I'm saying? So what? This Edomite is going to have to pay for all of these atrocities that he put upon the nation of Israel. You know? It says, he that soweth to his flesh shall the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall the Spirit reap life everlasting. You know, one thing about the flesh is what? Even after it perishes, after the third day, the body starts to decompose. So why sow into the flesh? You know, why sow into anything that pertains to the flesh? You know, and why put your trust in the flesh? You know, but we know that the Spirit lives on forever. The Spirit that dwells upon us, that dwells within us, lives forever. This flesh, it's nothing but dirt. It's going to go back into the earth anyway. You know, so why not sow into the Spirit? Because what? That's essentially going to breed everlasting life, which essentially is the kingdom of heaven. You know.
That's it.
Oh, one more scripture. Verse 9, it says, and let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. You know, so what? We're going to reap, you know, the kingdom of heaven if we faint not, as far as what? Not falling out of this truth, man. Because them fallout boys, those are going to be the individuals that's not going to receive, you know, the blessing of the kingdom of heaven. Because in the book of Ezekiel, it does tell us how all the righteousness and the works that you have done is going to be forgotten. You know?
This is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7.
Yeah.
Come on. And it says, and the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Okay, so all the curses that we've been through, you know, all the things that Esau put us through, you know, the forward and the affliction, as it says in Zechariah 1:15. Okay, that's all going to have to be reversed and put upon you Edomites, man. You know, thus saith the Bible. And we already see a lot of it coming to pass, man. You know, first off, you divided and conquered our nation. When I say our nation, I ain't talking about black people, okay? I'm talking about Negroes, Hispanics, and natives, man, as a whole, because we one nation. And that's how Esau came to conquer us, man. Okay, by dividing us, man. All right, you had Gad and Judah, man. They was here in America, and a lot of Judites was fleeing unto Gad, and how Esau shut that down, he began to give Gad rights to keep Judah as slaves, man. Okay? And so forth, man. Because he knew that if all of our people, which is why he's scared as hell now, he knew that if all of our people would come together, we would tax his ass, man. You know, right then and there, man. So what he had to do is divide and conquer, man. So now what's happening to him? Even his own people is being divided and conquered. You got America versus Russia, or you got Great Britain trying not to get in the middle of it, or America's getting on their nerves. All right. So even Esau amongst his own self, the scriptures say, "How can a house is divided itself shall not stand?" So that we see that taking place amongst Esau right now, man. Another thing is how we're gonna be smitten with madness, which you helped forward that affliction. All right. By giving our people damn crack, all right, crack cocaine, all right, in the neighborhood, Flocka, okay, K2, Spice,
Yeah.
all these disgusting fucking drugs, man.
Antibiotics.
You know, yep, and antibiotics and all these chemicalized foods to help, because what you eat is connected to your brain, all right. That's why they call it brain food. If you're eating something good, it's supporting your brain.
What's connected to your brain is connected to your spirit.
Exactly. And so if you're eating something shitty, it's gonna make your brain shitty, man. You got something called brain fog, man. That makes you that clouds your judgment, that clouds your your thinking. All right, that's why you can always be forgetting something. You know, you could walk into a room and forget, oh fuck, why did I come down here again?
Right.
You know, that's because of Esau feeding us this bullshit, man. All right, so all these things are gonna be returned unto you, and like I said, we see it happening now. That's why you got a lot of Edomites were so white people dying of opioid overdoses.
Yeah.
You know, y'all bugged out, man.
Hey, I got a precept. This the brother from the comment board. We know brother Rob Mayim. All right. He said Psalms 7:16. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealings shall come down upon his plate. You know, which is talking about Esau. You know, we was getting into what Esau. You know, this devil, he sets his own traps. He is the trap maker. You know, it says Psalm 7:16. His mischief shall return upon his own head, because the witchcraft, because like the title of the video, Shaw, you called it, you reap what you sow. Hey, that goes according to Esau, but also goes according to 2/3 of Jake's. You reap what you sow. Your own mischief shall come down upon you, man. What you put out there is what you're going to get back. What you sow within the dirt is what's going to come and spring up before you for you to eat. You know?
Yeah, this is Nahum chapter 1 verse 3. It says, the Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. All right? So, you know, Esau, Edom, when you run up a hotel bill, for example, you're there in the room, you're raiding the mini bar, you're throwing paint and dirt all over the walls, you're breaking everything up. It may seem all well and good at that particular moment, but there's going to be a time where the hotel being Yahweh Shemi Shai, hotel management, is going to require that you pay the bill for all the damages that you made, and you're not going to be acquitted of all the wickedness that you did, and you have a lot to pay for, all right? So it says, the Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. Talking about those chariots, man. And the boldness of this devil. He wants to get a space military, thinking that he could fight against the Lord. You know what I mean? You're fighting against a power that gave you your blessing, man. And when the Lord comes, that's why it says in Job 14:5. When your time is up, your time is gonna be up, man. And that's it.
That's right.
Hey,
I got a from the brother Arise Israel Ishakar from the comment board. He said, just got my KJV Bible and Apocrypha. All praises to the Most High and giving me this truth through the teachers. And that's what's up, man, because hey, your eyes shall see your teachers, as the scripture said. Our teachers are starting with what? The apostles and elders of Great Millstone, man. Teaching us this truth. And then the men on down also prophesizing in the same spirit, man. That's beautiful, man. He also said, are you brothers wearing Zarapes? How you say it?
Yeah, Zarapes.
Zarapes, yeah.
Yeah, basically, Zarapes say a blanket-like shawl, often of brightly colored wool worn by men in Latin America. I mean, it's just a garment, you know what I'm saying? Just a piece of material, that brothers put together, you know what I'm saying? And according to our heritage, sewed the fringes and the border of blue upon here according to the laws, statutes, and commandments. Somebody bring that out real quick. Numbers 15, 37 through 40. So this is part of our custom according to, the law, statutes, and commandments. So brother gonna bring it out.
Numbers chapter 15, verse 37. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the border of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringes of the borders a ribbon of blue.
Yeah, so you see that's what we got, on the garments. If you could move the camera or just show, like you got the fringes and the border of the blue. So this is a commandments, that the Lord gave us that we wear throughout our future generations. So when we go out and teach, we wear the garments to represent, who we are and part of our culture, our heritage. When we do these sit downs, we do that as well. It's just so you know, brother. But continue on if there's more.
Yep, it says, verse 39, and it shall be unto you for a fringe, that you may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart in your own eyes, after which ye used to go a whoring, that ye may remember and do all my commandments and be holy unto your power.
Right, so these fringes in the border of blue, you know what I'm saying, represent the commandments. And when we look at them, we're supposed to remember the Heavenly Father, and His Son, you know what I'm saying, so that we don't stray away and do the things that displease Him. But when we look upon these things, it should automatically convict us to know that we got to stand framed with the law, statutes, and commandments of our righteous power, Yahweh, who is the Heavenly Father, and His Son, who is Yahweh Shah, So that's it, to answer your question.
I got a quick scripture. Now, the brother mentioned how the Lord is not going to at all acquit the wicked, and that's true, right? Pursuing Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 8, it says, if thou seest the oppression of the poor, you know what I'm saying? The oppression of the poor is who? The Lord, the Edomites afflicting Israel, because Israel is a representation of the poor, right? And it says, in violent perverting of judgment and justice in a province meaning a city, right? It says, marvel not at the matter. So in the case, an example, when Darren Wilson put Mike Brown to death, cold blood, made $1 million off of it, got paid vacation. You know what I'm saying? The Lord told us not to marvel at the matter, marvel not at the matter. You know what I'm saying? That he wasn't even indicted, upon that, based upon that situation. We're not supposed to be shocked that he wasn't indicted or not even guilty based upon that, because why? This is Esau's kingdom. He's just doing what he's supposed to do, right? It says, for he that is higher than the highest regardeth, which is who? Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. And there be higher than they. So ultimately the Lord is going to hold these Edomites accountable for all the wickedness that they've done. So negate the fact that just because according to their judicial system that this devil didn't get convicted, the Heavenly Father ultimately got this devil convicted. And he's going to serve out 1,000 years of captivity. That's right. And after that, he's going to be burnt off the face of the earth. And that's justice.
Precept. This is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 6. Therefore, I'm starting at 5. Because thou hast a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. And all these other nations, now as it's written of in Habakkuk 2, they're taking up a proverb against thee, man. You have, it was an address that came out, I would say maybe about 3 or 4 weeks ago. It was some type of big figure over there in Iran, and he was basically bringing Esau's accounts to his face, man. Like, how you gonna look at us as terrorists when meanwhile you're starting all these proxy wars over there in the Middle East, man? So now blood is pursuing you, man, and these other nations is seeing how much of a hypocrite and the devil you are. So now they're coming together, like I see Russia and India. They're doing joint military drills, man. All these nations are doing joint military drills to what? To come up against you, man. And blood is going to pursue you, man. And they're not going to stop until the Lord is not going to stop. I'm not going to say it then. The Lord is not going to stop until you devils are exterminated.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
That's what it is, man. I got some. Numbers chapter 35, verse 33. It says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are. For blood, it defileth the land. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. All right? And does that not apply to America? Okay? That absolutely applies to America, man. All right? America was polluted because it says what? Blood is what pollutes the land. All right? And it says, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So the only way to exit out is if your blood is shed here, man. Okay? And now, a lot of Edomites, which you so white people, you might say, you had nothing to do with that. Well, the Lord, the God of the Bible doesn't care, man. You hid, man. Yeah. So you're the one that got to pay. So this is Jeremiah chapter 32, verse 18. It says, thou showest loving kindness unto thousands, and recompense, which recompense means to pay back. And recompense the iniquity, because compensate is what you pay, and is back. Okay, so it says, and recompense the iniquity of the fathers into the bosom of their children after them. Okay? So therefore, man, you gotta pay for your wicked ass forefathers, man. Alright, he left you the tap, so to speak.
And even according to the dieting, right? Because here it is, this devil gives us poison to eat. You know, here it is, you know, there's something called GMOs, genetically modified organisms. You know what I'm saying? Food created in a laboratory. Then he creates a whole nother supermarket talking about whole foods, meaning what? Healthy foods.
Right.
And even the foods within there is GMO.
Is
You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing but a Ponzi scheme that this devil is doing just to charge you more money to eat food that's still genetically modified, organized, that you can get over there in ShopRite.
Hey, may I say this? Hey, brother, you hit a bullseye. Like you got the dart, you hit it right on the nose.
Right.
Because what I found out is that Whole Foods, yeah, it deals with organic foods, but it doesn't tell you that they also have GMO foods in there. And what I've learned over here in also Jersey, you know, if I'm wrong, please put on a comment board and correct me, that Jersey don't require by law that foods have to be labeled GMOs. So GMOs can be placed anywhere it please,
Right.
even in your healthiest
Supermarkets.
supermarkets, man.
You know?
You know?
Hey, but real quick, I got this scripture right here because the Lord said we can operate like this to the heathen. You know what I'm saying? And this is what's going to happen again in the kingdom. You know, you're not going to eat the finest of foods that Israel's going to eat in the kingdom, right? And this is in the law. This is Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 21. It says, ye shall not eat of anything that dieth of itself. Thou shalt give it unto the stranger that is in thy gates, meaning you other nations. It says that he may eat it, or thou mayest sell it unto an alien. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. Thou shalt not seethe a kid in his mother's milk. You know what I'm saying? So what? Here it is, we're going to, in the kingdom of heaven, here it is, you feeding us bullshit. You know, you establish these crackhead fried chicken spots, you know, leaving, and you in league with these Ishmaelites, in which they leave the fat on the chicken, which goes contrary to our law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? So what? All of this is done on purpose to furthermore destroy the nation of Israel, to furthermore clog the arteries, you know, within our temples, you know, so we furthermore end up in your so-called healthcare system to make what? More financial gain with you and your pharmaceutical companies.
That's right.
You know, so everything is set up by design. You know, so what? In the kingdom of heaven, you gonna be eating the bullshit. You gonna be eating the slop. Not only that, we're gonna sell it to you.
That's right.
You know, you're gonna have to pay for that.
Yes, right. Yep.
You know, because what? Everything that you sold,
Yep.
you shall reap the same, man.
Hey.
So, real quick, somebody get that in Lamentations 5, and say we have around like verse 8, we have drunk our water for money, something like that. Yes, around like 5 and 8, something like that.
We get our bread with the perils.
You see it?
Yeah.
Anybody see it?
It talks
Oh,
about.
We
four.
got drunk our water for money, something like that.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah, come on. This is Lamentation chapter 5, verse 4. It says, we have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us.
Exactly. So these are things that the Most High provided for us naturally. Now we gotta come to you goddamn devils, to buy water, contaminated water.
Yeah.
What was it? You put up the clip a couple weeks ago? I don't know if it's still like that or not.
Oh,
The
yeah,
water's
it's still
fucked
like
up.
Well, they said that so-calledly that they said they fixed the problem, but
Yeah, you don't believe that shit. You never fucking drink tap water, man.
Right.
Now this is the shit that we gotta deal with. Now people might not drink the tap water, but what? A lot of people still wind up cooking with it, not being conscious of that fact. You can't even cook with tap water, man. Don't even make your teas with tap water. Everything that you do with water, use it outside source. That's a goddamn shame. We gotta go broke just to cook our food with some decent goddamn water, man.
Not only that, we gotta pay for heat. Cause what? You use wood to keep warm.
yes.
You know, but what? We got a PSNG bill.
Yeah.
You know, which
That-
I done ran it up and
that-
I still fuck it.
That
Fuck it.
All right, there we go. Hey, like I was saying before, Esau want to get mad at us, and but like we deal with PSC&G here. Even different cities and countries that deal with different energy companies. But guess what? They're including your heat mixed within your electricity. So you're paying an amount that which you might not have to pay. If we was living off the land, we would be living off of a lot of freedom, man. So hey, man, I'm gonna bring this out just to read the brothers from the comment board. The precepts they put up. The brother Arise Israel Issachar, he put up Malachi 1:4. Whereas Edom say, we are impoverished, but we will return to and build in the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
And they got it now to where I was just reading something earlier too, where the housing markets are even though they're low and people that's trying to sell their houses they are cutting the prices, people not moving. And they also got it to where in the construction industry they're building more houses, man. But like the scripture said, they shall build, but the Most High going to throw down. But the Most High about to destroy this shit.
Hey, these Edomites are building more companies to destroy.
Most High about to destroy this shit.
Hey, these Edomites are building more companies to destroy us, man. You think the Lord ain't about to throw down, man? You had Monsanto, right? Which deals with what? GMOs, genetically modified organisms, seeds that are laboratorily made. Dealing with chemicals. There's more branches and different companies that deal under the same branch. They shall build, but the Lord said he will destroy, man. Hey, what's gonna happen here that the Lord prophesied about, which was pestilence? Pestilence comes from what? Diseases, man. Esau is good for creating diseases, man. So through GMOs, that's a long going disease planted in the body for your body to destroy itself. So man, this is it, man.
Yeah.
This is it, man.
One more example with going back to the water situation. All right, let's say you get bottled water. You get you fill up all your cooking materials with Essentia and all that stuff, whatever, the best water you can find. You still got to take a shower in city water, right? Now, what happens when you turn it up hot? You know what I mean? You're sitting there. Number one, your skin is the biggest absorbing right?
Organism, yeah.
Biggest absorbing organism, yep. Right? Whatever you put on your skin, it goes into your system. It goes into your bloodstream. All right, so you're sitting there, you're bathing in some fluoridated water or whatever, and not only that, it's hot, it gets steamy. You in there, you inhaling it as well, putting all these chemicals inside you, man.
Which change up the chemical balance,
right?
Because when you look at ice is one element, but then it changed. But the Lord has the form where it was steam and it turns into another element, just like how it comes down. It comes down in the form of H2O, water. So it's like the depending on the element of what it is depends on how powerful it is, And Esau knows this. So creating chemicals and forming it into another element for it to consume in the body of the flesh, it's gonna kill you, man. Esau is a purified devil, man.
Yeah. And the bottled water that you get, that's just recycled tap water, man. Who's to say, you slap a nice bottle on it? I mentioned Essentia. You know what I mean? Hey, who's to say that, fucking Esau isn't taking the damn sink water and putting it up in there, man? We don't know that. And that's a part of the curses, Real quick, Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 11. Thou shalt drink also by measure, the sixth part of an hin, from time to time shalt thou drink. That's talking about the bottle of water that we got to go out there and buy, man. The scriptures nail it.
Hey, the brother on the comment board, I'm seeing from the laptop, he put, the plastic bottle. That's Rob Mayung. Yeah. He put the plastic bottle because what happens in the plastic bottle when our water that's supposed to be shipped from another country, basically here to us, it sits in the factory.
Yeah.
If it's on the West Coast, it's more hotter than it is than here on the East Coast. So if it's sitting in a factory being stored up and the plastic itself made by chemicals, it's leaking into our water.
Right.
Which really, it came out to be that the chemicals pump estrogen. So it's estrogen being leaked into our water bottles, man.
Yep. And we were talking about that earlier. We were talking about that earlier in camp about how this devil likes to pump out that estrogen. How which is wicked. Nobody should be doing it, but he's about to legalize marijuana.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there for the longest time, sitting there like, yo, is he trying to monetize it? Like, it gotta be because of the money. What's the catch?
What's the catch?
And then finally, through the spirit of how Shemal Shai was real today, that in the THC they're pumping estrogen into the weed, and that's what y'all get anyway for smoking weed in the first place,
And
man.
when you check out these weed smoking niggas, man, they all emotional.
Exactly.
They all emotional. You got certain of them that's starting to paint their nails. Like Snoop Dogg. Everybody knows he's a weed smoker. You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't need to know that he's nothing but an experiment that's being worked upon. You know what I'm saying? And here it is. He carries a vibration of where he got followers. So a lot of people on the West Coast follows him as far as painting their nails. You know what I'm saying? In that same token. Because why? One of Esau's ultimate plans is to effeminate the so-called Negro. That's why, like, on a lot of these reality TV shows, there's one token faggot, homosexual, sodomite,
and he Jake.
and he Jake. You know what I'm saying? Always, man. Every TV show out there, they got that one token homosexual thing, and that's all set up by design.
Hey, just to read from the comment board again.
Oh, Slack,
You got something? Go ahead.
Yeah. Verse 12. And thou shalt eat it as barley cakes, and thou shalt bake it with dung that cometh out of man in their sight. That's all these fast food restaurants where where you're eating all this food. You think that's real meat that you're eating? That's human shit, man. That's human
DNA.
Human DNA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Baby fetuses and
Yeah.
Pepsi, all this shit, man. This devil is sick. All right, but verse 13. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I drive them. Man, there's no escaping
That's
from
prophecy.
it, man. That's prophecy, man. And Esau, you're gonna pay for that, man. We all know is that it goes all the way back to the curse of Cain, because Esau is Cain through in the reincarnation. You know what I mean? The blood that crieth out from Abel, is screaming out at you to the point where you can't even till the ground no more. That's why you come up with these GMO foods, man.
Exactly.
Yep.
And that's why, with the water our brothers was going into, that's why they say like the real cheap water, man. The purified water. They say that those bottles are made of shrimp scales, man. All right, and not even real plastic. Cause how do you make plastic through the oils, man? So Esau, being the devil, he tries to cut corners any ways that he can, man. So if he can use some damn shrimp scales, and then that produces, the estrogen, pumps estrogen into Jake, you just drinking water, thinking you drinking water, and Esau is,
Fucking
making
your
you a
shit,
fucking
yeah.
feminine faggot, man.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, with the weed smokers I was going into, hey man, they get real emotional when they don't get, they blunt, man. I know these niggas, man, and then they when they want to get their blunt, all right, it's a real stressful thing when they don't get it, man.
Yeah.
And then when they finally get it, they can act cool and mellow and shit. But now when you get that blunt, it's more feminine energy pumping into you. It's more of a bitch-made energy pumping into you than you was already bitching about how you wanted it.
Yeah.
Man. But I got a quick,
No, go ahead.
quick scripture to back that up, man. This is Psalms chapter 64, verse 2. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Now, if Esau had his way, man, we would all be sitting here faggots right now, man, straight up. If Esau had his way, man, he would have every single Jake male as a flaming homo, man, as a flaming homo, man. That's the secret counsel of the wicked. He wants to have us all go off, man, so this way Yahweh Shemal Shai won't deal with us, man.
Man, actually, real quick, because that's why in Hollywood, case in point, Esau owns Hollywood, right? So what's the so-called black man's rite of passage into Hollywood, man? Dressing like a damn female, man.
Yeah.
Every single last one of them, except for like Denzel. You know?
He got shot in the ass.
Yeah, who got shot in the ass, man? He took one in the ass.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, so it goes on to say, or who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
Who is the perfect? That's the elect. The election, man. You know? Hey, like our brother said, they'd make us faggots, but also what we coming into, they would be chipping everybody. You know what I'm saying? If they had their way, everybody would be chipped. So the way that they wanted to go is that what? Everybody will be chipped. You know? You got it, huh?
It says, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not.
Hey, they don't fear. Esau don't fear. What do Esau fear, man? He don't care about the Most High. He not fearing that we out there speaking the word of the Lord. Now, you got some Edomites that'll take heed and go, shit, we need to chill. But guess what? The elites that push the buttons, they like, look, it ain't no chill. We run this shit. We got away with this. We got away with that. We gonna get away with whatever we gonna get away with. We run this shit. You know what Beyonce said? We run the world, girls. Because they really a bunch of faggots, man. You know? Go ahead.
Well, that's why Revelation 12 and 12, man, you know, they come down with great wrath. You know, that's not somebody that's afraid. You know, they know that they have a short time, so what are they going to
Back up.
Because, amen, you had during the time of slavery, all right? You had northern and southern at one point was actually, you know, in slavery together, man. But as they wanted to divide and conquer, you know, northern and southern from us coming together, all right? Like I said, man, they let northern, you know, have freedom, and they kept Jacob slaves. Why? Because divide and conquer. But another thing was they saw you so-called Negroes as dumb, man. All right, they saw you as just a big, you know, just strong, all right, strong and stupid, man. Okay, and that's why they do that, man. That's why I said suddenly they shoot at him and fear not. All right, because they're not seen, man. They putting all these chemicals in your water. They're giving you bread and circus. All right, they're giving you the club that you can go to on the weekends, you know, and you just happy, man. You niggas are dumb, man. All right, because y'all want to come to the realization that you're princes of power, man. You happy with just Jordans, man. So
Hey.
that is pretty fucking dumb if you ask me, man.
Hey, quick precept from the brother Rob Mayum. He said, Obadiah, verse 10, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
That's right.
That's Esau, man. Because guess what? Jacob was brothers with Esau, man. And the way that Esau treat us still to this day, all right, shows the fact that he has this hatred, what the scriptures say, perpetual hatred, you know? Continuous, never-ending hatred, man, against Jacob, man. So I'm reading it one more time. It says, Obadiah, verse 10. And that's a chapter that Esau don't never want to deal with, man. It says, for thy violence, is not violence going on against Jacob from Esau, man? Yeah. All right? It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee. So it's going to come to a point in time with you Edomites where you are going to be ashamed for the violence that you have done against the children of Israel, man. Whether those Israelites were wicked or not. Because it was ordained by the Most High. The Lord said he belonged to the issue of death. So whether you put this, you was a cop, you put this nigga to death, and then you felt nothing behind it, you was justified by your people, you got backed up by your people, funded by your people, it's going to come a time where you're going to be ashamed. You're going to say, I wish I never done that. I wish I didn't even laid a hand. I should have just let him walk away. You know? But right now, they're proud. They glory when they do such a violence unto Jacob. Because it's like, look, they nobodies. We get it. Come on. It's been going on for years, John. Why are you so upset with yourself? Stop feeling so hurt. Listen, don't you know down the line, down the ranks, listen, what it is? You know, you're a part of the club. You're a part of the club now. You made it, man. This is what it takes. And that's what most of these police get into. They want to be a part of a goddamn club, man. You know, they want to be a part of a small society, man. You know, the brother put Ezekiel 3, 4 and 13. And the Lord Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I will drive them. And that goes according to the defiled foods we was getting into, man. Going right back into that spirit. We're eating polluted food, which really is a cancer to our body. Even though our body deals with cancer every day, but we're not helping the body and dealing with the cancer to win when we're putting in cancer in the body, man. You know, and the Lord prophesies these things, man. The brother put the scripture. I'm gonna read it again. Ezekiel 4:13. And the Lord Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel. Who the children of Israel? You so-called Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, Hispanics, Native Semio Indians, man. All right, you Mexicans, you are the Israelites, man. It says that the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I have driven them, man. Okay, so Israel is scattered abroad. So it don't matter where you at. You could be living on the eastern part of the world. You could be living on the western part of the world. If you in a city and you're living in this earth today in the flesh, you're eating defiled foods, man.
Yeah.
You know, and guess what? If you in a Gentile frame of mind, you're eating defiled foods, man. Because you could be like, well, okay, what was by law, what was said, UK don't deal with GMOs, so I can't be eating defiled foods. No, you are. Because if you don't acknowledge that the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, all right, you're not awoken into his law, statutes, and commandments, you're eating whatever comes to mind. Shrimp, crab, lobster, you know? You eating all of that shit, man.
I got scripture back you up. Deuteronomy 28:45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee. One of those curses is eating defiled bread among the Gentiles, right? Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy Salakia. Moreover, these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee. That's the point right there. They shall pursue thee no matter where you go.
They're going to chase you.
Yeah.
Pursue means to chase.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you can get
Speed hot pursuit.
yeah.
On your ass, where you at, nigga?
Yeah. You get a passport and go over there to the land of Israel if you want. You know what I'm saying? These curses are gonna pursue you, okay? And overtake thee. They're gonna chase you down and they're gonna hog tie you. You know, you're gonna get hog tied, you're gonna get an apple in your mouth or some shit, man. You know, and you're gonna get carried right back into hell, man, no matter where you go, man. You know?
Because it's a spiritual thing.
Yeah, you can't outrun the curses, man.
Okay.
All right, and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou beest destroyed. You know, it is crazy, yo. It's crazy.
Right.
Yep.
Hey, if I can add, brother, you fuck around, think you so wise, you done got yourself into a bigger bondage, man.
Yep.
Like you go over there in Israel thinking, man, I'm getting, like you go to Israel thinking, I'm gonna get away from it. But guess what? Now you gotta join their military.
That's right.
You in the military with curls on, nigga, dude, with Amalekites with curls on the side of their head. You on the front lines, man.
Right.
Yo, South Park made fun of
You're
that.
gonna be tied to the tank.
And you be like, I wish I never came to Israel.
Yeah, cause man, it's a fact, man. It's a fact that they gonna put you Jakes on the front line, man. And the South Park movie actually made fun of that shit, man. You know, as soon as when they went to war and the tanks came, Jake was all in the front lines and Amalekite was behind him, man. You know, so you a damn fool, man.
Yeah, that's the point right there. Yeah.
Come.
Yeah, this is actually I got two. This is the first one, Ecclesiastes 8:11, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear God, which fear before him. One more. It's,
and why is that? Why? Because the day of the Lord is like 1,000 years, man. So you know what? Like, there's a lot of things that Esau has been paid for, man. He ain't paid for 70 AD. He ain't paid for slavery. He ain't paid. You know what I mean? you got a laundry list of stuff to do. Yeah, Greece. You know, all the not that we care about the Japhites, man, but all the Japhites that you wiped out and assumed their identity, man. You know, stealing all the nations and all their goods. You know, being a thief and a robber across the whole world. You haven't paid for that yet, man. But what, a day of the Lord is like 1,000 years, man. That wasn't even that long ago in the sight of the Lord. You know, slavery was this morning to the Lord, man. You know.
Hey, brother Dexter Price, 12. He said, I'm in Cali, walking freak show out there. You know, hey, it's a walking freak show everywhere, man.
That's Hollywood.
Yeah, you in Hollywood, man. But guess what? It's Hollywood everywhere in Babylon, man.
Yeah.
Not just in Cali. You know what I'm saying? It's a freak show where we at. Hey, we in the heart of the North, man. Hey, these brothers not from North, but I am. But guess what? Being here, these brothers are from North too. We camp here every week. You see shit, you know? I've seen shit, you know? You know, and it's a crazy place to live, man. Hey, to live in Babylon, to the valley of the shadow of death, man. You know that it takes. You know, you have to give praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man, because walking in this earth today, and especially if you live on the lands and the soils of North America, which is spiritually Sodom and Egypt, also known as Babylon the Great. You have to give glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai because this world is wicked, man. It's so wicked to the point where you being woken up have to be a miracle, man. You got to understand where you come from, what your parents taught you, what you was raised in. It's a miracle that the Lord called upon us to wake up to this truth and to be here before you brothers on the camera and to prophesize out the scriptures, man, from precept to precept, man. That's a miracle, man.
That's why we go into Ezekiel 37. Ezekiel was astonished when he seen the state of Israel. He was like, can these bones live? So he didn't, you know what I'm saying? At first, he was like, you know, a little shaky, but then Yahweh told him to give them word, and then that's how they was able to live.
Exactly, man. Can these bones live? Yeah, it's good one.
Yeah, because he probably seen Jake strung out on drugs. You know what I'm saying? In college. You know what I'm saying? Like, just in a destitute state, man.
Hey, that fiend.
Some homosexual.
Hey, that fiend, when you came out the LQ, the liquor store, you came from a certain hot food spot. It was, hey, brother, can I get 5 cents when you come out? Man, the brothers saw that. The men of old saw that, man. They saw the state in which Israel is today compared to what we was actually walking in, man. He was living in this, like we royalty. We walking in a state of dignity, righteous dignity, man. You know, standards, morals, man, righteous morals. And then to see Israel in a state of, hey, you got 5 cents, brother. And you know you ain't gonna get this dude no money, because all he wanted for is fucking drugs, man.
Donation not desired.
And we know that to be true because what the scripture say in Isaiah, the Lord said, before they spring forth, I'll tell you them. So right now, how we get, you know, how certain brothers get dreams of the kingdom, that's how it was back then, man. Certain brothers had dreams of how it is today.
Right.
Yeah, you probably saw a woman twerking, you know? And imagine that, man. Imagine those ancient women, man, you know, for the most part, covered up, you know? What the scripture say was so when the sole of her feet wouldn't touch the ground, roughly paraphrasing, you know, because she was delicate. And now she's twerking and, you know, all about the house.
Hey.
You know, being ratchet as hell. You know, that's a fucking nightmare.
Hey, Ezekiel saw Tekashi 69. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was a dry bone. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord had him cross the word. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what, he rejected it. You know, so that's why he's in the predicament that he's in. You know? And so what, America alone is just a freak show. And that's why the Lord had kept a cluster of grape unto himself. You know what I'm saying? You got certain men out here that's preserved. You know, that's not going to indulge in all of the folly and all of the wickedness that this world has to offer, man. You know?
Hey, to the brother on the comment board, Araz Israel Issachar, yeah, brother, testosterone is what men have. And estrogen is what women have naturally. But what Esau's doing, he's confusing both of them together for that the man to have estrogen and the woman to have testosterone, man. You know?
Yeah. one more real quick. This is Jeremiah 49:12. But thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have surely drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. You know, because we drunk of that cup, man, slavery. You know? And the scriptures say, well, cursed is he who hangeth on a tree. All right? And, you know, for those who basically said, you know, to Yahweh Shai, let his blood be upon us. You know, so that was for them niggas, but even for us, man, who you know what I'm saying, even been following the Lord from the beginning. So how much more Esau Edom, man, who's been doing wickedly from the beginning.
Yep. Hey, to the brother Yaakov Bun Yasha'Allah, it says Ephesians 2:2, wherein times past ye walked according to the course of this, according to this world, according to the prince of power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. And that's true because we was in a state of Gentile, you know, but the Lord woke us up. So we don't walk according to what? The ways of Esau. We walk into the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. You know?
Anybody got anything else?
Yeah, I got one last one. Because you mentioned now it's a miracle for brothers to come up out of this, you know, wickedness. This is Isaiah chapter 60, verse 2. It says, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. Okay, and that's the point, man, because it's gross darkness out here, man. All right, it's a lot of wickedness out here. Okay, this America is saturated. Like when you cooking something, man, you saturate it in different seasons and stuff. You leave it, you marinate in there for like a whole day. America is saturated in wickedness, man. You know, but through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Al Shai, you know, we rose up out of that, you know, and brothers is repenting to the best of their ability, man. You know, serving Yahweh Hashem Al Shai, sincerity and truth. And hey, man, there's a light here, you know, in the belly of the beast, man, for Yahweh Hashem Al Shai to deliver, Lord will ensue, man.
That's right. Yep.
Oh, no, I was gonna say, going into the lesson, you reap what you sow, man. So right now we sowing righteousness, all right. So the Most High is gonna give us the kingdom, man. You know, but of course for his name and his mercy's sake. And right now Esau's doing his wickedness at an all-time high, so he's gonna reap slavery. You know, he's gonna reap judgment, as the scriptures say, reward him double as he have rewarded thee, man. You know, so hey, we living in beautiful times, man. Brothers seeing signs of the chariots. You know what I'm saying? Brothers getting them spiritual dreams, man. And we almost out of here, man.
Hey, just last in the precept, the brother Rob Mayum, he put Wisdom of Solomon chapter 12 and 22. Therefore, whereas thou doest chasten us, thou scourgest our enemy 1,000 times more.
Right, that's a perfect scripture.
Let me read it again. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 12 and 22. Therefore, whereas thou doest chasten us, thou scourges our enemies 1,000 times more.
1,000.
Hey, 'cause
Reap that.
they're everything in
Yeah,
which
so.
even though we did supreme wickedness, you know what I'm saying, you know, with us dealing with the Most High, us being the children of the Most High, but compared to what Esau has done, is nothing with Jacob. You know what I mean? Like, there's no comparison, man. There's no comparison. You Edomites, you are truly the low among the heathen. Meaning what, you're the lowest scum of this fucking earth. You talking about a low life scumbag. You are the definition of that, and everything in the fiber of your being is worth zero, it's worth garbage, zilch. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna be put right in your place where you belong, man, underneath the earth, man. You know. So with that, you know, we hope this segment was edifying. You know what I'm saying? Dua to you, Akim, for joining, you know what I'm saying, on the comment board, being in tune with us. Salute to the brother out there in Mexico City, you know what I'm saying, the new brothers that joined the chat room with us. So with that, we'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to you.
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rakak,
The Buanas to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to Lek out there, doing his work of faith and labor, love, truth, and sincerity. Shalom.
Hey, Shalom. You brothers out there that's far away, man, y'all stay strong in the spirit. You know, y'all brothers keep going hard, man. Hey, we scattered through the four corners, man. So you brothers out there in Mexico and all scattered elsewhere throughout the four corners, go hard, man, through the spirit and power, y'all, by Shalom. Shalom.
Right. Shalom, brother.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Come. Shalom. Let me take it off.